Hi, this is one of those videos where you just see my hands and it's awfully hot and humid, so I'm going to try to install this in industrial grade fan. I need more fans. Like, share and subscribe. So here it is, and I will try to record the whole procedure, what I did. I'm not sure how this will work, I'm not sure if this will work well, so take it for what it is. I will put video comments later on. So what did I start with? First thing I had to do was Google, because that is how stupid I am, and hopefully once you see this it will help you. Nonetheless, let's go here. Okay, so you cannot do bicycle mechanics without a computer. So what I did, was to try and Google the exact model that I bought, and went to the manufacturer's site and went to the technical documentation and found all the needed information. The diameter 36 centimeters or 360 millimeters of the mount, and I got the wiring diagram, and that will be very important a bit later on. So these are the dimensions, how much this sticks out in the back and so on. So all of that will come in handy later on. I want it to be in the depth of my garage, and so that it sucks air all the way through the garage and all the way out to the door. It will create a small draft and it will help a lot, and it will also make my place better ventilated when I'm doing with something that needs a decently ventilated area. So I've decided to go roughly down the middle of my garage, or to be more precise, exactly down the middle. I use this seam as a guide. It works wonderfully, and the first thing that I did, I hope you can see me in the camera, I tried to get that middle and then measure the 36 centimeters and halfway there, which is 18, and then I put the 18 centimeters on one and other side and diagonally, and now I can cut out this insulation because I want the fan to be right on the wall and to have a bit more room behind it to suck air out and keep it moving. So that will be about the first thing that I do. And so let's try to cut this out. I don't care about aesthetics here. There are more elegant ways of doing this. So do not try this at home. I really don't know if I am blocking the camera now, probably am, but I just want to make this, to take this out. So the thing to do now is to check if this will fit my fan and to put some more glue to hold this in place where it's been cut out. Let's see. Looks okay. I will make it a bit wider just in case. Hopefully you will be able to see what I'm doing now. I checked the wiring diagram, so I need to use the brown and black for the alternating current and to use the green one for the ground. So let's see about this. First to dry my hands. That would be a good idea. Okay, so we have here on one side that the wires are taken out, and on the other side I can install the wires. So I have a yellow, green and black and brown, and that's what I will use. And for mounting it, I've decided this is 58 centimeters long, and if I measure 14.5 centimeters, I get 4, and I need to use those as distancers because this goes towards the wall. So I need distancers, and then to pass a bolt through the distancer into the mounting hole and screw it in, and hopefully it will keep it in place, keep it locked. Now the first things first, I wish to connect the wiring, because that will be more difficult to do afterwards. So let's see about that. I have this to unscrew. I need to put it a bit, wiggle it, and then I have this. So I need to get the wiring through this baby, and then this goes on top. This goes first, then this, and when I tighten this, it will keep it in place. And these are 1.5 millimeter thick wires. Is there anything visible in the camera? I hope so. Okay, so I get this through here and connect the wires and then close it up. So I don't need much room here for the wires, so I will just remove a little bit of insulation. I think this will be more than enough. Let's see how we're faring. I'm keeping it under tension so that I can just touch it with the blade and have it open up. I could have used a sharper blade, but then we would have no foreplay. It would be over too soon. No fun. So don't do as I'm doing. Here it is. I managed to remove it, and I'm checking if I've managed to also cut the insulation, but no, it looks okay. It looks okay. Now I need to remove a little bit of insulation off the ends of the cables. That's one. Now I will just twist these a bit, and we should be good. Trying to get this through the hole. It's not a bad idea to use some insulation, sorry, not insulation, but to solder these wires. These are not high current, so that should prevent them from oxidation and things like that. And that's just what I will do, and I hope that experienced electricians will correct me if that's wrong. That's the beauty of the internet, because you always get corrected, no matter how small or insignificant your mistake may be. This sponge needs to be wet, and this is heating up slowly. This paste is good because it cleans the things that you are soldering. And now the solder is still not hot enough to work, but what I can do just to sleep better is to put some of that soldering paste on cables. Okay, we're starting to get this to heat up. Okay, let's see if it is hot enough to melt the... No, not yet. A few more seconds. Okay, it's melting it now. Okay, so the way to do this, the way I do this is that I will heat the wire, and then I will just let this melt over the wire once the wire is hot enough. So the wire will become very hot and melt this along its length, and that's enough. Less is more when it comes to these things. Okay, now I will do clean this tip, get a bit of remove it from the electricity, and put some soldering material over it to keep the tip from getting burned and oxidation. Okay, this is it as far as soldering goes for now. Get this cable how I like it. These are still pretty hot. Okay. Unscrewing this bolt so that it creates some room for me to put the cable through and then tighten it. Let's see how lucky I am. I will need some pliers to help me. Okay. Okay, this cable is engaged now all the way in, and I can tighten this. Okay, it's looking good. So let's screw this in and let's see how our cable behaves now. I can get this finger tight and call it a day, or I can get some. Oh, I need more. Blast. The lazy man's wrench, neat little thing. Okay, that's good. Now let's see if this will work. Okay, trying to get the threads aligned and start screwing it in. Okay, it's going all right. This is all looking good. Now I need to tighten this down to make sure the cable cannot be pulled out and not yank these joints. Okay, let's use this also, a bit of magic. That's enough. Just a bit more than finger tight. Okay, cable is securely held. I've confirmed it looks okay, looks acceptable. Now I can put this baby back on. And we've done the wiring for the fan. Now I will do the wiring for the plug. I will not install a switch in between because I intend to not leave this plugged in that part of the garage for different reasons, and so I will just put a plug on the other end. And I have too much cable already, as I've measured, so I will cut out almost a meter. It looks like this Supadriv or whatever it's called tip, and let's see if that fits, if we have a good engagement. I think this is it. Okay, so I'll unscrew this little bolt here. Okay, when I hear it clicking, I know that it's unscrewed all the way. And now let's see, sliding this out, and we have this backing, and this is our bolt that I don't want to lose, and we have this, and so in this case we have these two that will attach the cable, keep it engaged, and we have for the alternate current and for the ground. So again, we need to do the same procedure again with the cable. Now let's see how much cable I want, and the other side going all the way in on both ends, so the insulation is not getting inside all the way. I don't want to pinch against the insulation, I want to pinch against the copper. And to get this over and around, and here is where the bolt that keeps it locked together will pass, hopefully. We'll see about that. So now let's get these two a bit tighter. Okay, looks about right, almost good, almost good. Okay, now let's see, our bolt is passing neatly through. Okay, so all good. Okay, this should now work, and I could try to test it before I mount it. Let's see if I regret this. Okay, I need to hold it so that I do not get hurt, hopefully. I need to plug it in. Looking good. Now the fun with the angle grinder. I need to cut this into pieces. Need to use a cutting disc with this baby. Okay, and some gloves just in case. And let's see if I'm lucky. That's one. Okay, the last cut. Okay, now I should probably clean and paint these parts of an old pipe, but it is too damn hot, and yes, I should have remembered to do this in the early spring or during the winter. All my bad. I need to measure the holes in four places, and so let's start by checking out vertically. Roughly. So this is 36 here, okay. I'll start from here and see where this ends up. 36 is here. Okay. Now let's see where the middle is. Roughly 18. That's the middle. And now I need to try and get this perpendicular. This here. That's what we're aiming for. That's a lot better. Okay, this might just be good. I need to drill 4 holes now. I still haven't made a review of this adapter for this Bosch drill, but what's in the shot? Okay, but it gets the job done for tasks like this. It can come in handy. So I need to align the tip properly, then I can release this. And now let's see. Now let's see how lucky I am. Good. Good. There are dowels made of steel with long steel bolts, and if this doesn't hold well, I will need to resort to those. Okay, hopefully these old pieces of an old tube will help dampen some of the vibrations. So this is what I did. I put some pieces of old tube and the washer and this, and now we'll see how we fare. For this kind of work, it's generally better to have someone helping, but I'm working with what I have. No one's going to do this for me but me, of course. So let us see. Okay, let's see how this behaves. Okay, that's one. Not all the way in, of course. Second one, to put it here. Okay, there's another bolt. Get it all the way there. Okay, now screw it in. Not tightening anything all the way, not yet. Leaving some wiggle room. Okay. Now 2 more. Let's hope I don't regret this final touch. Okay, the moment of truth. To get the cable, I will put some cable guides and everything, but I want to see if this works as planned, as intended. Let's see the effect. Oh yeah, not too loud, not too loud. Let's move the camera. So here we are near the exit. There is some draft. Okay. It's just not as high as it is when you're standing there, right there, but it does move some air, and hopefully it will make it a bit nicer to work. And I can always add another fan here, but I wanted to have the ventilation as well as cooling. So yeah, bigger one over there would have been too much, stronger one, but so far it's not too loud, not too bad. But a bit underwhelming, I must say. Definitely. So another fan for the summer. It will have to do. Dobar dan. That's the whole video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you got some laughs and some good ideas at least. Hopefully I'll see you in some other video. Cheers.